The socialist kiss is the kiss of death for business, warned the Trade Secretary Peter Lilly at his party's conference in Blackpool. And although Mr Lilly stated his intention to intervene on British industry's behalf abroad, he said he didn't believe in intervening at home, unlike Labour, which Mr Lilly said would operate a hands-on industrial policy like the Boston Strangler. But his upbeat vision of the future for British industry may do little to cheer manufacturers still reeling from the recession. David Frank has been to the West Midlands, which has the largest concentration of engineering companies in the UK. He visited one business which is well placed to assess the current mood in British manufacturing.
Since 1720, Webster and Horsfall, which later amalgamated with another local firm, Latch and Batchelor, has been manufacturing wire and wire rope here in Birmingham. Webster's cable was laid on the ocean floor in the first transatlantic telephone link. At the height of its success earlier this century, this factory employed 1,000 people. Today, 160 people work here, making springs for industry and cables for deep shaft mining. The managers, Charles and Guy Horsfall, are fifth-generation members of the founding family. They're natural Conservative supporters, but they feel they've been let down by the party.
So after 12 years, do you think on the matter of industry, the Conservatives have failed to fulfil the promises they made at the start?
Definitely. Manufacturing has been left in the wake of the service-led industries, and that is a trend which must be reversed if we are to succeed.
As a barometer of the state of British industry, they don't come much better than Webster and Horsfall, Latch and Batchelor here in Birmingham. The springs, wires and steel ropes made here are supplied to virtually every sector of industry. If it moves, these people probably help make it. And as the management here sees it, the recession in the UK dates back a lot further than the last 18 months.
I think manufacturing industry has been in recession for the last 10 or 12 years. The boom in the mid-1980s was purely bank-inspired, done on credit, and only benefited people like property speculators, asset strippers, accountants, and receivers.
At Webster's, they blame their contracting order book on the government's failure to provide enough incentives for capital investment. At the heart of that failure, sustained periods of high interest rates, which have wreaked havoc with business confidence. But worse, they say, is that the government has permitted an attitude which says industry is a dirty word to take root in this country.
I think the one thing that's been forgotten is that wealth is only created by people who either make or grow things, not by people who push pieces of paper about.
The only crumb of comfort to emerge from this for the Tories is that the management here, despite the government's problems with the economy, still believes the Conservatives are better placed to put things right than the opposition.